Welcome back, folks. Star Wars Episode 2. No, that doesn't work. As a Part 2. Star Wars Show Part 2. Episode 2 would make it a bit confusing. 6 questions again. Same 6 questions as last time. If you're doing this yourself, you can adapt the questions however you see fit. Just have fun with it. But keep the core of the questions there. But straight into it. This is the Prequel Trilogy, episodes 1, 2 and 3. Question number 1. Where did you first see episodes 1, 2 and 3? When and how old were you? I first saw episode 1, at the ABC Lothian Road in Edinburgh, as it was then known. It's no longer there, unfortunately. It had been around since the 30s, I think. It's now an Odeon. I saw it on its first day in, I think, probably about 16th of July 1999. I was 31 years old, and this was the first of 4 times that I saw this in theatres. People aren't fans of it, but I loved it. It was Star Wars. I hadn't seen Star Wars for, 15, 16 years. So, yeah, it's great. Got drunk on the last time I saw it, and that wasn't my finest hour. But anyway, episode 2, can't remember the exact date I saw it. It was probably about June 2002. I think it came out the previous month. That was the Stir Century cinema chain, as it was known then, at a place called Ocean Terminal here in Edinburgh. It's now been taken over by View Cinema. Can't remember much about that. Enjoyed it, but episode 3. I saw this at a midnight showing on the first day it came out in the UK, 19th of May I think it was here in Scotland. We sat right at the front, so there was about 20 feet between us and the screen, and it was a giant screen, and it's the worst possible place to actually see a film, just staring up at this massive wall of you can't see anything. So I was glad to have seen it, and we had beer in the cinema, which was a first for me, but it was the worst seats possible. But we saw that on the first showing on the first day. So yeah, how old was I? I can't remember. I must have been 36, 37, 36, something like that. Yeah, and for episode 2 I was 33, 34. So I was in my 30s when I saw all 3 of these films. So yeah. Question number 2. On what formats do you own each film? I used to have these on VHS. Probably one of the last VHS tapes that I got, and I used to have this on Laserdisc as well, which was great. No, I didn't have this on Laserdisc, just on VHS. But now I currently own it on DVD. The extras on these were great, still are great. Some of the extras on these are only available on these DVDs as well. So it's worth having those, keeping those. So if you upgrade to Blu-ray or 4K, don't get rid of those because you'll lose extras. 2011, I think, this came out. This 6-film box set. Again, I had an extra commentary on each film and some new extras, which was great, and they looked great as well, which is the main thing. And more recently, last year, I upgraded to the 4K versions. The Phantom Menace isn't great. It's the best it's ever looked, but it's not great on 4K. I would have expected better things, but it's worthwhile upgrading. And the other 2 look great. Revenge of the Sith looks fantastic in 4K. Again, there's a couple new extras on there, and some old legacy extras, as they say. But that's what I own for those. Okay, question number 3. How many versions of the soundtrack do you own? I own a few. None of these are on vinyl. I'd given up on vinyl by then. So that was the original CD I bought for The Phantom Menace. I then bought this oddity, which was the Ultimate Edition, which supposedly includes all the music heard in the film, but it's just a really poor kind of cut and paste job. I mean, I'm glad I've got it. I'm glad I've got all the music that was in the film, because there's some great stuff on there that wasn't on that, but it's a very, very poor presentation. Striking cover though. Don't know why they went with blue, but it looks cool. And then, you know, I must have been flush at the time when these remastered editions came out. I don't know why I bought this, but I've got it anyway. That was from a few years ago. Episode 2. Before I got the soundtrack CD, a friend of mine ripped this CD for me, and it does include the extra track that none of the other soundtrack editions has. I don't know whether it was an exclusive for some American retailer, but it's the conveyor belt action cue, which is quite good, but I don't know why they didn't include it on the other ones. I hate that when there's an exclusive for some particular retailer, and yeah, just hate it. Anyway, that was the next one. That's the official CD. Don't know what that is. It's just a cheapo one. I don't know why I bought another one. And again, completist, I bought the remastered version. It's still in its cellophane wrapper. And finally, Revenge of the Sith. The single, limited edition, it says, Battle of the Heroes, and it includes the one with dialogue. Don't know why they do that. The original soundtrack includes a good little DVD, which I thought was going to be kind of concert performance of various music from the Star Wars saga, but it's not. It's just clips from the film, but it's quite kind of cool. And Revenge of the Sith remastered again. Why not? I did it. But that's all the official soundtracks that I have for the prequel trilogy. That's not including any kind of re-recordings or kind of concert suites on other things. So yeah, coming up, question 4. Okay then, question 4. Favourite overall cue from each film, not including main titles or end titles. Episode 1. Episode 1 is a bit of a... I mean, it's a great John Williams score, but it's not the greatest Star Wars score. So it's a bit of a mess really. But it's John Williams' mess is a great mess. But the track I've chosen is Pranaka and the Queen's Protectors. It was either this or the Droid Invasion, which had some great stuff. But John Williams has this thing where he cuts up all his tracks and he moves them around and he places different parts with different tracks, and sometimes the track titles don't have any bearing to what's happening on the film, so trying to follow the tracks in film order is very, very difficult with his soundtracks. But I just love I think this is a wonderful kind of swashbuckling piece. It's just great, exciting music, and it's taken from various parts from the finale, from the various different action scenes. But the cut and paste thing, I really don't understand it sometimes. It can be frustrating, but it's just great John Williams music. Episode 2, favourite track. I'm going to have to say it's Across the Stars, the love theme from Attack of the Clones. It's just a beautiful theme. It really is. It's up there with the best of Williams' love themes, I think. Just avoid the and Sophie Mutter version of it. And finally, from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, it's the track Anakin's Dark Deeds. This is just a wonderfully ominous and dark piece which builds to quite a chilling and devastating conclusion. I was going to choose another piece, but I didn't. There you go. Question number 5, longest, most convoluted question that I have. Favourite musical moment or motif linked to a specific moment of action in each film. It must not be longer than a minute and must not be part of the previously selected favourite overall track stroke cue. So, first one I've gone for episode 1 is from the track Qui-Gon's Noble End. Good spoiler alert title there for a cue. It's when Darth Maul is revealed towards the end of the film from behind the blast doors, and he's standing there and he lights his double-sided lightsaber. But it's just that lone brass statement of Duel of the Fates. I remember the first time seeing that and just, chills down my spine. Brilliant little piece. Love it. Second, episode 2 is from the track Love Pledge stroke Arena. And it's the relentless kind of march motif or ostinato, had to look that one up, for the action during the arena. But it's the short, brief burst of that as Anakin jumps on the back of the horn beast thing, don't know what it's called, for the second time, takes control of it, whips the chain around, and there's just a kind of triumphant burst of this motif, theme thing. Just love that piece. And finally, if I can find it, it's episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The track is Anakin's Betrayal, and it's just the very beginning of it. It's when Obi-Wan is blasted from his feathery, oversized salamander thing. Again, don't know what that thing's called. And he falls into the sinkhole. It's just the beginning of the Order 66 sequence, and that kind of tragic music that accompanies it all. But it's just that very beginning of it when the sound effects kind of just peter out, and it's just the music it takes to the front. It's just quite a chilling and emotional start to that track. Love it. Finally, question number 6, favourite end title suite. I was going to give this some thought, the way I went for Empire and just boom, in there. But I think all the end title suites are quite good, but I've chosen Revenge of the Sith. Now, some people have mentioned that the inclusion of the throne room in this end title suite is out of place and maybe just wrong. But it only actually appears on the soundtrack or on the CD or the LP, I would imagine. I don't know, I don't have an LP. But I just love the performance of it. It doesn't actually appear in the film though. I just love it's quite a bold, forceful performance of the throne room. It's like a little bonus track for fans who have bought the soundtrack. I just love it. So yeah, my favourite end title suite is Revenge of the Sith. Okay, that's it for the prequel trilogy. I will be doing the sequel trilogy. Again, I'm a fan of the sequel trilogy, and I love the music for the sequel trilogy. I think Williams was firing on all cylinders when he did the music for the sequel trilogy. So looking forward to doing that. So hopefully that'll be next weekend. So until then, good day.